welcome to another excellent episode of Jillin Off, a podcast with two people.
Yeah.
We're just Jillin.
Yeah.
Turns out not having a lot of sex.
Two people. We're not going to give you our names. We're going to have to do some research.
2 people, 10 fingers. 20 fingers. My bad.
Christina told me she was going to work on her intros, and I can see she's been working so hard.
I've already ruined it.
No, you didn't. It's fabulous.
That's Jen Murphy.
Everything you do is fabulous.
No.
I'm giving you the bell for yay.
Yay.
The bell's going to mean positivity today.
We're going to have a positive podcast. That's Jen Murphy. Who am I?
Christina Walkinshaw.
Yeah. Do you see the interactive intro to our podcast?
I know. I've missed you so much. It's been days.
I know. I've missed you. We try to starve ourselves of talking so that when we come to this podcast, we have so much to talk about.
Yeah.
Right?
We just text each other with emojis, no words.
That's it. Just screenshots of dudes that we've slept with.
What?
That's all we send each other in between.
Oh,
podcasts.
old ones. I was going to say, I didn't sleep with anyone. Oh, no, that's okay. Christina started this and now I've taken it on. She likes to entertain herself, make herself feel better by going back a couple years in social media and finding awful pictures of people she slept with so she feels better about herself. She's like finding the most ugly pictures of somebody.
Yeah, it's really fun. And then I'll send them to Jen and be like, oops, look what I once did.
And then I feel better about myself, too.
Oh, man, if only these guys knew that they're really inspiring us to make better choices in life.
I think it's having the opposite effect on me because I look at the picture and I'm like, oh, my God, I just keep making the same mistakes over and over.
Do you find a pattern with the guys that you date?
Yeah, people that don't like me. You mean a physical pattern?
Like any sort of pattern.
No, mine's an emotional pattern, probably. I don't think I have a physical pattern.
I don't think I have a pattern to the people I date. I think I just like who I like. They're often very different.
Yeah.
Like,
I probably have certain things, like certain types. Like I've already mentioned, I like guys with like big lips, like certain characteristics, maybe.
What were you going to say? I think you cut your own self off this time.
Oh, lips. I did cut my own self off.
You did. You're like, I like guys with big. Anyways, I was like, big what, Jen?
I physically moved away from the microphone, too. I was like, I don't want to say it out loud. I don't want all of them coming to me now.
Big lips. Jen likes big lips. If you have big lips, make sure you email us at JillinOffPod.
I also really can't go out with somebody that has big thighs. Is
Why
that
not?
weird? I don't know, and I don't mean it. I'm sorry for any guys out there that have big thighs, and I feel bad that I even feel that way. They probably work out. It's like the baseball player look.
So you don't like it if they're big and muscular?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think I'd rather their thighs were fat than muscular.
And do you notice the difference between?
Is that weird?
Are you already saying no to this guy? Have you seen him in his clothes, or is this like post getting naked? You're like, these thighs are too big. I'm out of here.
No, it's definitely somebody that's still clothed.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So no thighs for Jen Murphy.
Yeah, I like skinny legs.
I've dated a lot of tall, skinny men. I don't know why.
Okay, good.
Is that brand?
We have something in common.
Oh, we do. Oh, so that's a great thing for us to have in common is that we like the same type of man. That's going to work out well. Anyways, this is our last podcast. It was nice working with you.
I like skinny men who don't like me. Where are you guys?
I know.
Email me at jillinoffpod@gmail.com.
Actually, that truly does sound like my brand of man. Oh my God. Oh,
I can't blame them. There's people that have been attracted to me, and I'm very quick to turn them off.
Well, here's a weird thing talking about body parts and talking with gentlemen. So I was in Solvang this weekend, and we went out to a couple different restaurants and bars, and there's this one bar that's kind of known to be a bit of a shit show and pickup joint in San Ynez County. And it's called the Maverick Saloon, and it's a country bar.
I like it already.
Oh my God. The Friday night, there was a band playing, the Molly Ringwald Project, and they play all 80s music.
Oh my God, that is awesome.
It was so fun. And the thing about this bar is there's just people of all ages. It's like 21 to 91, which I love. It's really comfortable. But here's the weird part. So the Saturday night, the Friday night, we met these guys in this restaurant we went to. We went to the Red Barn. We had a nice steak dinner. But there was this whole group of men in cowboy hats, like I just kept on calling the leader of the pack like JR. You know what I mean? It was
As in Ewing?
very, yes, JR Ewing. Very, very.
For those people that were born after 1990.
You know, I like one dated reference per podcast, so you guys know I'm 40. So anyways, but I could tell. I was like, you know, we say we're going to Mavericks. They make fun of us. I'm like, whatever. Those guys are going to be at the bar in an hour buying us drinks, which they were.
Nice.
Yeah. But here's the weird part. And this happened to me twice this weekend because I think the first time I could have brushed off. But the next night I met another older man. And for some reason, at some point in the conversation with both these older men, they grabbed my stomach.
Oh, that's a move.
Is that a move? Why, out of all my body parts, would you grab the most beer gutty one? Like,
I've had someone do that before too, and it's so uncomfortable.
I would almost not that
they're trying to grab. Sorry, I cut you off.
Oh no!
They're trying to grab like the part that makes you the most insecure, I think.
Yes. Are they doing it because they're old and gross and they know that we probably won't want to go for them? So if we feel insecure in that moment, we'll turn around and go, "Oh, okay, you just touched my stomach and you still like me, so I guess it's okay."
I think they're trying to make you vulnerable.
Oh man, it made me very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
especially when you're sitting down. Both times I was sitting down. That's when your stomach, even if you're like a skinny person, I feel like you're going to get a roll, right? Or there's nobody.
Yeah.
That was an ambulance going by.
I know. God forbid anyone miss a word we say.
Exactly. Oh my God.
No, what was that book that was out like years ago? It became really popular for men to learn how to pick up women.
Was it The Game?
I think so, yeah.
Something like that.
And they would have, you know why? Because Nikki Glaser read it and like memorized the thing. And then we would be out at bars and a guy would do something and she'd go, "Oh yeah, you read she would call him out and he'd be like, "What the?" Like,
oh man.
Because they would list stuff like that, like things that you do that put women into like a vulnerable position or like because then somebody does that and you feel like kind of self-conscious and then you start thinking like, "Oh, I'm a little chubby." And all of a sudden you're insecure a little bit and you're just ripe for some guy to be like, "I like you." "Okay, do you?" "That's good because I'm kind of fat. I'm glad you like my fat."
That's exactly how I felt, especially the second time when I was literally shoving pizza in my mouth.
Or this cowboy just loves stomachs. If he was listening, he'd be like, "I didn't think about it all what I was
That's
doing."
his zone. He's just like, "I like that beer gut on a girl."
It is a weird place to touch, though.
Yeah, no. Even as I feel it right now, I'm like, "Oh no, I have to work out. Like, this is not good." Like,
yeah, or sometimes they like to do that side, like pinch.
Oh yeah, pinch the side roll.
What are you doing?
It literally makes the whole graze of your lower back seem okay. Like now, I would actually prefer.
I'd rather you stick a finger in my butt than squeeze the fat that's rolling over my cheek.
I feel like me too.
I'm just kidding. I shouldn't even have to say I'm just kidding.
I would probably feel, but it's. I don't know where to go from this.
Well, we did have something to discuss about it. An interaction you had that I thought was interesting, where you were going out with a guy that you were attracted to and have expressed interest in sleeping in. And so for some reason, you decided to just not shower or shave or do anything before your date.
It turns out I'm cock blocking myself now. Why did I do that?
Well, I don't know. We said we were going to psychoanalyze you today.
I know. That was so dumb because I knew I wanted to. Like, I know I need to get laid. I know it's been a lot of months, a bunch of months, as I said. On the
a bunch of months.
So we were just re-listening to an old podcast, and I was clever enough to use the term bunch of months. I like to keep it vague, and I like you guys to know that my vocabulary is limited. Okay. A bunch of months. But I didn't shower, and I didn't shave. And here's the creepiest part is like, you know the little trimmer scissors you have?
Yeah.
I have not been able to find mine since I moved. So since the end of November, which means that's some powerful growth. But I'm not going to grab the kitchen scissors.
Oh, I totally use kitchen scissors.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I like the ones with the little curve at the end, the little mini scissors. And they're like slightly like curved, like they're soft.
Oh my God.
Well, you're sharp at the tip. They're not sharp anymore. They've been bent. You know what I mean? For safety.
I guess I thought they weren't sharp enough. Are those sharp?
Those are sharp, but they just have that little safety curve on the tip of the scissors so that you couldn't like hurt yourself.
You know what's so funny? I'm so like not open-minded enough. Those come in your manicure set, and I've never thought to use them for anything else.
Yeah, I think that is where I got them too.
I always thought they just had to be used for your little...
No.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, I take those big old scissors. It's very dangerous.
Wow. Can we get that on YouTube?
You
Then
need
we'll get some listeners.
You need
followers,
a steady hand.
That's the thing. I don't trust my hands. I don't know how steady.
What would Gwyneth Paltrow say to use?
What, Gwyneth? Do you have any Goop scissors for sale? We want Goop approved.
After I steam my vagina, I like to take some kitchen scissors.
I keep saying I'm going to look up these Goop feminine products of hers.
You should.
Curious. So anyways, you're right. I totally sabotaged myself. But then the next day I felt so like I missed an opportunity that I dug around my apartment. I dug around the bags I haven't totally unpacked because I don't care how long ago you moved into your place. Everybody's got like 1 or 2 boxes that you never unpacked, right? So I finally went through that last kind of toiletry bag and I found them and I did it.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Thanks. Yay.
It's the positivity bell today.
Yeah, I mowed the lawn. We did it. We got some of the weeds
trimmed
out.
the hedges.
We did it.
You mowed the lawn.
Now there's an old bit that I did a long time ago on TV, but yeah.
That's okay.
It's a waxing thing, and I call it mow the lawn.
So did you call him back right after?
No, instead I got even drunker after I left him. That seemed like the appropriate thing to do. But I don't know why I got nervous. Do you ever go so long without sex that then when you finally go to have it, you almost are virgin-esque again? You get nervous and...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's the thing. Once you're on a roll and you're like turning and burning the guys, you're like, this is easy. I'm confident. I still got it. But you go a few months without, you're like, ugh, I don't know if I still got it.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I just forgot what to do.
Yeah. And then we go back to jilling off. Although I haven't jilled off since. I did jill off that day, though. And I shouldn't have done that either. I shouldn't have left my house with an unshowered, hairy body after just chilling off.
Wow, you really didn't give a fuck.
Oh, that guy stood no chance. Oh, no.
See, and that's when it happens.
I know, and then that's when it's like, well, we're having the best time. Well, next time, hopefully one day you're going to tune in. What are we on, like our 9th episode now? And still nobody's gotten late.
Oh, since we started?
Yeah. Oh my God, what if Jillin Off podcast is a jinx for ourselves?
No, it's not.
I don't think so.
It's not at all.
I feel like somebody's got it.
It's just that all of them are listening and they're so intimidated.
I mean, we're obviously so cool that people are just like, oh, I don't know if I can approach Jen or Christina. I mean, unless I can just touch their gut.
Yeah. Please walk up to us and grab our fat.
Just grab me right by the gut. That'll make me feel good.
I want to hear about your guy that you put your turtleneck on your face for.
Oh, yeah.
I think that is so hilarious.
And it's okay. So here's what's even weirder. And I feel like in LA, everybody's probably got a lot of overlap with the people that they've dated. Like, you know, I'm sure you have a couple friends that you've probably like slept with the same people.
Oh, yeah.
Or gone out with the same people. And so this is a guy that's definitely like dated my friend seriously and then dated her friend seriously. And I randomly met up with him on like a Bumble date once. I was never attracted to him and nothing ever happened. But I did see him and we were at a Patty's Diner. And you know how like there's the glass window separating the patio and the inside of the restaurant?
Yeah.
Our tables were right up against that glass, like right beside each other. And I just look over. I'm like, oh my God.
Do you think he saw you?
If he did the same thing as me and definitely didn't want to say hi. We clearly know each other. I know him.
Did you really pull your sweater up over your face?
Oh, I kept on doing that. Maybe not as far up as I did on my Instagram story, but it definitely went above the nose.
On the Instagram story, you were wearing a turtleneck that went all the way up over your head.
Well, you know, I feel like maybe he'll only recognize my mouth. So if I just cover that, he won't recognize me. Also, before this podcast, Jen and I were talking about how, you know, when you're trying to post an Instagram story, but, you know, you have to like add your tags and your location and maybe a little note, but then you have to rehear your Instagram story as many times as it takes to post it.
It drives me crazy.
So embarrassing. Then you're like, I better turn my volume off this phone. This is embarrassing.
Poor Paul had to hear it 17 times.
Yeah. Oh my God. Why? When you see guys on the street that you've dated, do you say hi?
Yeah, I guess. I don't see him that often. There was one time when I introduced myself to a guy that I had had sex with.
Now that's good. That's rich.
Because I was nervous he didn't remember me.
And did he?
I think he did. I don't know. I go, hi, I'm Jen. He goes, I think he said I know. I don't know. Well, it had been a couple years. Not just a couple, probably like 6 years. I saw him at the Comedy Store, and they have been like at a comedy festival. So you know when you're at festivals and everybody's like partying and stuff. So I was like, I wonder if he remembers me.
Oh my God. That's how long we've been doing comedy. We're going back to comedy festivals, so we've already fucked people up.
That's like no self-confidence when you think somebody isn't going to remember you.
Yeah, I know. That's not good. Oh, man.
But I'd rather be the one that thinks that than be the one that doesn't remember somebody.
Me too. Oh, me too.
That would make me feel worse.
I'd always rather be the victim than the offender. I'd be like, oh no. I would feel awful if I didn't forget. If I did forget somebody.
When you went out with this guy, did you already know that he went out with two of your friends?
No, I was.
Or you found out on the tape.
I was too new to town, and I didn't even make that friend until after that date.
Oh, okay.
And so then I was like, oh, you're dating that person? So it was weird. But because I don't know. I was just never attracted to him, so I couldn't see how she would be. But
I feel like that doesn't happen as much now that I'm older, but like in your 20s, I feel like friends overlap, like going out with other
well, I feel like
friends, ex-boyfriend. I remember in my 20s, we would all like, there would be drama. I'd be like, I can't believe you're going out with the guy that Monica.
That's the thing. It was an offense.
It's probably 20s. A smaller circle.
Yeah, but I do think it was an offense if you did that in your 20s. And then I think in our 30s, we're kind of like, okay, that person wasn't right for me. And even if it feels weird for a bit, you've moved on, or maybe that relationship is 10 years old now and you could deal with your friend dating him. But I feel like
at 40, you're like, yeah, sleep with him so we can talk about it.
Oh, I know. Now I'm at the point where like, if you want to fuck any of my ex-boyfriends, by all means, go for it. Have a great time. I'll recommend a few and I'll tell you to avoid a few.
Just so we have something to talk about. Some notes to compare.
It's up to you. I know. Sometimes I feel like I am at the age now where I do find it amusing. Like I think it's funny. I'm like, oh yeah, we both fucked that guy.
Especially if it was somebody that you slept with a long time ago.
Oh yeah, totally. Because I remember, I think the first time I ever started to see somebody else, like a guy. Oh no, here's all my likes again. I think it's whenever I'm about to say something uncomfortable, I'm going to go it's my stutter. I would have been maybe 20, 21. This was still, I was in a sorority and I was in Ottawa. But I had started kind of seeing this guy who had seen an older sister of mine years before that. But they had definitely been broken up for, I'd say, at least a year. Like, it felt like, oh, this is over. And so I didn't want her to hear it from anybody else. So I was like,
your older sister?
It was an older sorority sister.
I was going to say, I've never heard you say anything about a sister.
Oh, yeah. No. Oh, I do have a younger sister. She doesn't like social media. She wouldn't even want to be mentioned on this podcast. She would be like, especially don't mention me on your podcast.
I didn't go to college. I didn't know about the sorority sister thing.
Oh yeah, sorority,
like
and that's
sorority sister Jen.
That's a early 20s sacred place too, where you're not, you love one another, and that was pre-feminism being cool. So to be in a sorority, it was cool to like each other because there were so many women being catty bitches back then. But so I took the sister out, and I was just like, I want you to know that I've been seeing this guy, so and so, and I just really want your approval. I don't want you to hear it from anybody else. And she was like, oh my God. She's like, this is so nice that you're doing that. Like I really respect everything, and of course you have my blessing. And then she called me the day later, and she was like, change my mind.
Yeah, I feel like that's the girl thing to do. It's totally cool. And then you go home and you're like, oh, motherfucker, this is
I know.
You just sit and start thinking about it.
Oh, I know. I know. And it was funny because that was 1999, I think. And I had a gazillion bumper stickers on my car. And one of them said, don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Hate me because I'm sleeping with your boyfriend. And then she had to see that when she go back in
That doesn't sound like your personality.
I know. I think it was just into tacky bumper stickers. And I thought it was funny. I'm pretty sure it was a virgin probably when I bought the sticker.
You had a car that was covered in stickers?
Oh, better believe it. It was like a 1989 Nissan Micra. It was tiny. And it had more bumper stickers than it had brakes. It was bad. I drove it all the way across Canada, too, from Vancouver to Ottawa.
I actually could see you driving a car like that.
Yeah.
And dressed like Punky Brewster.
Oh, I love Punky Brewster. Do you know, actually, this is a little alias that Sam Tripoli gave me back in those days. He used to call me Drunky Brewster when I got drunk.
Oh, that's
You'd be like,
perfect.
oh, it's Drunky Brewster. Drunky Brewster's here. And then years later, you know, when I dated my younger boyfriend in Toronto, Scott, who was like a lovely human being, I'd still use that alias. I'm like, oh my God, I'm Drunky Brewster. And then finally, I don't know, maybe a year into knowing me, he was like, I get where the drunky comes from, but where does the Brewster come from? Because he was like 5 years younger than me, so he had no idea who Punky Brewster was.
Oh, God, I didn't even know the name.
No. You know, sometimes you got that.
Soleil Moon Frye.
She was the best.
What happened to Soleil?
We should look her up. We should have her on this podcast. She's probably Jillin off for sure. She's a Jiller.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Nobody that wears different colored socks would not masturbate.
Remember when it was like national news that she got a boob job?
I know.
I don't think I've seen her since. I don't think she ever recovered.
I know. The cruel, cruel world.
It is cruel.
Oh my God.
It can destroy a person.
I know, it's sad.
I know. Thank God we're not that famous.
I know.
I mean, we are in Singapore.
I mean, yeah, that's where we're really popular. And clearly you can tell by me not wearing a bra right now that I've never had a boob job. I still need the boobs. That's what I mean.
You're completely braless?
Yeah, I didn't feel like wearing
I'm
one.
so jealous. It's so hard for me to go out of the house braless.
Oh, I love it.
I did it last week. I was like, in my head too, I'm like, I'm going to challenge myself. I'm like, fuck it. So I did it, but I put on just like a vest. Like my jacket vest,
yeah,
and a baseball hat, and I went to Best Buy. And guess what happened when I walked in? The guy's like, "Can I help you, sir?" And I just looked at him, and then he still didn't register. And then I think he finally saw a bit of my ponytail coming out, and he's like, "Oh, he didn't even look like he felt bad. He was just like, ma'am, I mean."
That's the problem. The man bun kind of ruined it for our days of just wanting to go out in public in a baseball hat. And a vest and no bra.
I mean, in his defense, I was also wearing my ex-boyfriend's basketball shorts. So I was like the least feminine I could be.
And also, I forgot that this is going to get played on YouTube. And now somewhere you guys are like watching and be like, oh my God, now you're probably looking at my boobs.
You can't even tell.
Trying to tell, be like, oh my God, she's not wearing a bra. She's not wearing a bra.
It cannot even tell.
See, you can't tell.
I was just more impressed because there's so many times I want to do it and I don't have the balls.
I love it.
Or, I mean, I don't have the boobs.
I don't have the boobs. I'm one of those girls, too, where I need to put the bra on to make it look like I have boobs.
Well, mine just shoot into two little... I don't mind that they're small, but when I don't have bra, they're just like two little torpedoes. And you see the little... I'm constantly have hard nipples. I'm just going to say it.
Oh, my God. See, now people...
Sorry, Paul. I know that's too much information for you to take.
This is good for the YouTube, though, right, Paul? This is perfect. This is what the YouTubers are into, right? For the braless stuff, eh?
The guys at 7-Eleven really like it.
This is the first time I've ever looked at the camera.
Was that your sexy face? She's like, hey, guys. I have my little, I made a little Jillin off notepad. It's about
I know, I got
2 inches.
Jillin off. It's a fake Canadian passport. That's pretty slick, right?
That's adorable.
Oh, my God.
I was in Fresno this past Saturday doing a show at a Mexican restaurant.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun, but you know,
do you still get free chips and salsa if you're just performing?
Well, that's funny because that's what my story is about. Well, yeah, you get free.
You better get free chips and salsa.
So you know, if you perform in like a bar or a restaurant, they just set up the stage anywhere they can. So they had all these tables and then they set it up by the service station. But by the time I went on stage to headline, like they weren't really serving food anymore, but I was still right by the chips and salsa station. In the middle of my set, this lady raised her bowl up, and I was like, what is she doing? And then she kind of shook it, and I'm like, why are you raising your bowl at me? And she goes, can you refill my chips? So I literally refilled bowls of chips while I was doing my set. It actually got a big laugh though, so it worked out okay.
You know what? I would have done the same if I were you. I would have refilled those bowls.
I was having flashbacks to working at El Cholo.
Oh, no. We went to El Cholo last week.
It was so good. I love El Cholo. But people don't realize when you work for like 6 hours in a Mexican restaurant, that's 6 hours of listening to people chomp on chips.
Right. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have...
Nobody realizes...
We had at my last serving job, there was always a fry bowl. You always have the fry bowl?
Yeah.
There's always some fries, like, kicking it in the line.
Yeah.
And then we're all, like, notorious little, you know, just, like, little mice coming to, like, steal the fries as our shift goes on. Keep going. Always got in trouble for that, though. People are like, no, get your hands out of the fry bowl. But I just ate fries constantly.
I know. Everybody that would come start working at El Cholo automatically would gain like 15 pounds.
Yeah, you just start eating chips all day, right?
Yeah. El Cholo was good last week, though. If you're in LA, I highly recommend it on Western and Wilshire or any of their other locations. That one had a good happy hour, though.
I like a good happy hour.
We got that little nachos for $5 or something.
Yeah. I think that's the right time to go out and meet people.
I didn't have the margarita, though. Was it good?
Yes. Yes, it was definitely
I'm always
good.
so curious about margaritas because they're either like really good or they're just sour mix.
You know what? You're right. It was fine. I'll give it a fine. Because I did notice when he made it, it was like off the gun.
This isn't because I'm an alcoholic. I really can't drink a margarita unless it's like a very strong, only because that sour mix, like,
I know.
when it's too sour mixy, it's just gross.
I
It
know.
really overpowers it.
My friend Erica Sigurdsson just posted something on Twitter the other day being like going to the doctor and describing all her acid reflux that she gets, right? Because I feel like margaritas, definitely. I can't have, if I have two, a little acid reflux starts to still turned on YouTubers. Yeah, you forgot about the no bra thing now, didn't you? Okay.
Acid reflux.
Back to me stealing my friend's tweet and saying it on my podcast. So her tweet was so she went to the doctor to try to get something for her acid reflux. Again, this is not mine. This is Erica Sigurdsson. And the doctor was like, oh, yeah. Well, do you, like every day, would you say you have a lot of like wine, coffee, or tomatoes? And then she's like, yes.
Tomatoes?
I have 8 tomatoes a day. Oh, yeah.
Wait, tomatoes cause acid reflux?
Yes, I guess so. So there, chips, salsa, margaritas. But anyways, I think the joke is that she obviously drinks a lot of wine and coffee. That she tried to blame the tomatoes.
I know it's so. I'm always so torn because I do love Mexican restaurants so much. But,
Me too.
And I always want to order a margarita. I'm just like, ugh.
I do like a margarita, but sometimes even when you go to those hipster
You just
Mexican
have to
restaurants,
know that it's going to be good.
the fresh ingredients, sometimes those are so sour and so like tart that they're almost harder than the creepy little watered down sour mix that you're getting off the gun.
I will say though, when I travel, that's almost the first thing I do. Every city I go to is Google like nearest Mexican restaurant. Always looking for them. Part of it is the free chips and salsa.
Yeah, exactly. It's good.
I like to know I can go somewhere and just get a drink and a free.
It keeps the bill down. And we went to Michelli's. That was cute last weekend. Not last weekend. Our weekends are our Tuesdays, basically. But
last time we hung out.
After our last podcast, we wanted to go and debrief. And we ended up at Michelli's on Cahuenga. And the bartender was so sweet. He gave us a free basket of bread.
Right by Universal Studios for all you people from Singapore that come visit.
All our fans. Yeah, all our fans in South Korea. When you come over, go to Michelli's.
We got like a few, some fan email actually.
Oh, we did?
We did, yeah. I couldn't read any of it because it was in
maybe next week on the next podcast.
It was in Singapore's.
Oh, right. It was in Singaporean?
Yeah.
Jen's really good with languages. I'm really good at vocabulary.
And they told me, they go, we'll be there in a bunch of months. I was like,
Exactly.
hit us up.
Love it. Oh my God. Guys, we've done a bunch of podcasts.
We have to keep this one short, unfortunately, because Christina's going away on a cruise.
Yeah, I'm going right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop at home, get a bra, and I'm out of here. I can't have my tits blowing in the wind.
Oh, maybe you can.
Even when I try not to be gross, I'm gross. I'm like, this is going to be not as gross as the last podcast.
It's not gross. It's hilarious.
I used the word tits. The word tits should be done. That's the next word to go. Right?
What would you replace it with?
I don't. I don't even want
Bibbies?
I guess so. Oh my God. We're pretty mature for our age, eh? Hey.
All right, guys.
Okay, so
check us out on YouTube.
we're really excited.
Chilling off so that you can not only hear us, but see us.
All right, how do we look? Pretty good.
And send us an email at jillinoffpod@gmail.com.
That's it.
And don't forget to give a round of applause for Paul.
And Paul and his new haircut, and Andrea Simone for her awesome song, Satisfy Me.
Yes.
That's very good.
Christina Walkinshaw and Jen Murphy. Thank you.